We'll be starting in 5 minutes. Just wait for 5 minutes. So, good afternoon, everyone. Today we have Aditi Agrawal with us, who is an NIT Raipur alumni and is working as a marketing data analyst at Deloitte. So, today we have, so she will share her insights on introductory session. and she will guide us on what is data analytics. And so I hand over to Aditi.
Hi everyone, welcome to this introductory session conducted by Consulting and Analytics Club of IIT Guwahati. Just to check, am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Okay, great. So, thanks for the warm introduction, Abhi. Uh, I understand that everyone who has joined me today are dealing with any of these objectives in mind, that what is data analytics all about, and how do you make projects, how do you enhance your resume. So in this introductory session, I'll take you from scratch to the end and give you an overview about what are the roles and responsibilities that are being taken up in this role. What can you do while you are in college to enhance those skills and build projects on the same lines with the upcoming of AI, and prepare for the resume. So for the first half of this session, like for the next 15 to 20 minutes, I'll just let you go through the session and the PPT to give you an overview about the same. And in the next 15-20 minutes of the session, I'll keep it very open-ended for you to put up any kind of questions and queries that you have in mind. So I'd request, like, for the next 15 minutes, if you could just go through this PPT, make notes of what I'm telling, and instead of going over in chat, we can take it up in the next 15 minutes. So I'll really appreciate if you could just stop the questions or any kind of Q&As right now over chat, and we can take it up in the next 15 minutes. Is that okay?
Yes, your video is blurred.
Mm, I don't think so. Like, Abhi, can you just confirm? Is it blur?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
blur.
ma'am, it's blur, ma'am.
It's blur. Mm, let me see if I can join back again. So, any better? Is it
Yeah,
still
somewhat. Yeah, better.
okay? So, let me share my screen and we'll get started. So, is my PPT up? Can I begin, Abhi?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So let's begin this session with a very basic yet confusing question that most of the students have in mind while preparing for these data roles, which is what is the difference between data analytics, business analytics, data scientist, or AI or ML engineering roles. So when you start preparing for it, you often have this question in mind: ki, what are the tools that I could learn to become a data analyst, and can I use the same tools and skills to apply for the data scientist role? So let's begin to understand how these roles are different from one another, and moving forward, we'll also try to understand how these roles are quite similar yet being so different. So let me begin with a very small scenario to make you understand the difference between these roles. Suppose let's take an example of Swiggy Instamart. If I want to reduce the delivery delays from 20 minutes to 15 minutes, and I am working as a data analyst in Swiggy, then my role and responsibility would be to collect those data to understand why these delays are happening, where it is happening, what are the kind of touch points, with the help of tools like Excel and SQL. And after collecting and cleaning this data, I will just put it in a very clean dashboard, which is a descriptive one, so that the business could take a decision out of it. Now the next role comes is of the business analyst. Once all these data are being collected, they take up this data and define the problem statement and the strategy to solve it. The tools and the skills that are required to become a data analyst are quite similar to that of a data analyst, but the key difference here is that business analyst role is mostly aligned towards the business side, where you are more inclined where you're more inclined towards stakeholder management and strategic decisions. But right now in today's world, these roles are quite interchangeable. Like if you are preparing for data analyst role, then you need to understand the business outcome that you're getting out of it. So it's not a very different
Aditi, you are muted. Voice.
Okay. Hey guys, I would really appreciate if you could maintain the decorum and maybe do everyone has the access to this Abhi?
Yeah, I am checking. I'm checking this.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Okay. So moving forward, if I'll take up the same use case, what will a data scientist do there to help us unravel the use case? Will is that they will kind of uh, is anybody trying to say anything?
Sorry, just give a minute.
Sure, sure. Let me know when you're done. I'll begin then only.
Yeah, you can do that. Sorry for the inconvenience. You are muted, Aditi.
Okay.
Now it won't
Mm,
happen. Now.
okay, sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So I hope I'll be able to continue from here. So the role of the data analyst for that particular use case would be designing the models to predict where these delays are happening and how it can happen in the future. So how they build these models are using Python, R, or ML libraries. Now the next step would be the next step that will come into the picture would be a ML engineer's role, where he will pick up the model that is being built by a data scientist and he'll try to automate it for millions of deliveries, so that he can build those AI data pipelines and it could run for no matter how many deliveries are happening. So I hope that you might have built that picture where the role of the data analyst is, where the business is coming into picture, how the data scientist will try to build an ML model, and the ML engineer's work will be to automate the entire process. So the tools that are required are somewhat different and depends on the technical acumen of a person who wants to pick a data analyst role because he is interested in SQL and basic Python more. But if you want to go more into the technical side, want to build models, want to automate tasks, then the data scientist and ML engineers are the role for you. So here I'm trying to segregate these differences for you to understand that you need to make a very wise decision before picking any of the one field, because once you try to build a future in one field, you will just follow you will just grow from being the junior person to the senior person in the same field. So right now, yeah, it doesn't matter if you are in the first second, third, or fourth year of your college. You need to understand what are the basic functionalities of a particular role, what kind of tools that are required, and what are the outcomes that they're trying to generate from a particular role, and then you make a wise decision whether it aligns with your career or not, and then you pick up one field and try learning the skills from end to end. Moving forward, no matter how much these roles differ from one another, there are a few overlapping skill sets that is required in each of the particular fields. The first one is problem solving mindset. No matter you are a data analyst, a business analyst, or a data scientist, but you will always start with a problem which your user or your customers are facing, and based on that you will try to build a solution or a product so that you can make their lives easier. So every data role, every analytics role require you to be a problem solver. So now you might understand why you put this problem solver skill in your resume. It's not just to showcase that you can solve any kind of problem, but it should be very customer centric. And you need to also learn that it's always a problem which starts with your user. Second is curiosity about data. I explained your use case. It started with a data analyst crunching those data, crunching those numbers. The same data was used by a business analyst to make that strategy. The same data was used, the same historical data was used by the data scientist to build that model. And every other role that is involved will involve data in one process or the another. So you need to have a very clear understanding of you need to have a very clear understanding that at any point of these roles, you need to play with data. The third point is that you need to collaborate across teams. So these roles are not the individual ones like software developer. Like in the what happens in a software development field is that they'll give you a particular problem statement and you work alone to build a code, to build a solution out of it. But data roles are not like that. You need to work with the marketing team, product team, tech team to understand the gist where the problem is happening. You go deeper into the data. You attend meetings. You try to see what are the touch points, and you try to like understand the data deeply to solve problem along with the marketing, business, and product teams. So you will always be on the verge of attending meetings and collaborating with these teams. So make sure that this is one of the soft skills that are required in every roles of data. The fourth one is that domain knowledge. There are so many fields. There are so many fields out there, like healthcare, fintech, e-commerce. So if you start in one particular industry at the beginning of your career, you will like extract a basic knowledge about that field. And when you try to move from one field to another, there will be some kind of distinction that you'll observe. Like, of course, the kind of work that you'll be doing in a healthcare industry would differ in the e-commerce one. So it's a good practice to understand which domain will excite you, so that whenever you try to choose an internship or a job, you make up your mind that I know this is the kind of industry that will fit me, and these are the kind of conversations that I'd love to have with my peers. And this would be the kind of problem statements that I would enjoy working on my day-to-day life. So it's quite necessary that whenever you go in these kind of data fields, you also pick one industry that will not only excite you but will also motivate you to work on a daily basis. The last one is communication skills. This is the most important one, where most of the engineers lack and are facing issues in data analytics role because of this. So, when you are in engineering college, you are taught how to learn how to write a query, how to build a model, and maybe you can join various other robotics or tech clubs to gain those technical skills. But on the same ground, you don't even realize that you miss on a very strong part of becoming a data analyst, which is the communication skills. Because right from the interview round, you will realize that you are not just being judged on your technical skills, but also how you tackle a problem, how you approach it, and then how do you solutionize it. Every touch point matters when you appear for an interview, and then when you start, and then even when you start your job. So communication skills is the most important one. And moving forward, I'll tell you two, three basic tips in which you can improve your communication skills before you appear for an interview. So let's move forward. Now I'll go a little deeper into how do you prepare for a data analytics role in 2025. So I have seen and maybe experienced myself when I was in college that there's so much buzz around analytics role, where they say that okay, I'll start building on this ML model. Okay, I'll start building this project. But what happens is that you just think that you'll start working on a model, you'll start working on a project, and you miss on the very basic and foundational part of it, which are Excel and SQL. And mind me, when you are in college, the interviewer won't expect you to build an entire end-to-end deep model and expect you to understand the technicalities of it. But what he will definitely expect is you to understand the basic role of a data analyst, and how would you approach that when you will join a company. So it's so if you don't want to get burned out before starting your data analytics preparation journey, so I'll give you a four-step phase plan in which you can start your preparation, and not just entirely go to that building that project or model part. Let's begin with the foundations. So there are a few skills like basic statistics, Excel, SQL, and Power BI, which seems very boring and very, I would say, easy to attempt. But it's the core foundation of being a data analyst. You might say that what will I do in Excel? And it's so and I could write codes in C++, I could write codes in Java, then why do I need to learn SQL? But you need to understand that when you will be given a large data set, there are few functions available in Excel. There are so simple queries available in SQL that it would be very difficult for you to crunch those data, make sense out of it if you don't use these tools. So no matter how basic they appear, you should start learning these skills first before moving into Python or real world projects. But also try to understand that these skills won't take up much of your time. You need to just give around 7 to 10 days to learn 7 to 10 days to learn Excel and SQL, and the next 5 days to learn basic statistics and Power BI. So in a span of 15 days, you will be ready with the foundations of your data analytics role to move forward to learn basic Python. Now, I remember that that one of the important questions that students have in their mind is that, do I really need to learn Python? And I know how to code in Python, so is that enough? But let me tell you, coding in Python is completely different from the Python that you will be applying in a data analytics role. The Python that you'll be using in data analytics would be to clean the data that is available to you, to perform some numerical interpretations using the libraries. And then once you interpret those data, then you build a visuals in the by using Python itself. So uh, the kind of Python that you'll be using in data roles would involve the Python libraries like Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, and Seedborn. So even if you're not from a technical background, even if you don't want to code, this won't be a problem. These are very simple and basic frameworks or functions available, which you just need to understand, apply in your data set, and get the results that you want out of it. So I think we are clear with the foundations and the Python basics that you need for data analytics role. Moving forward are the projects. Now I know there are so many projects available online that it becomes difficult to choose from those projects. And I also know that there are kind of YouTube videos that just give you those data sets, and you can completely copy those projects and include in your resume. But let me tell you that it would be of no good. You can copy one of the projects that are available online. You can also try to copy the YouTube projects that are available, but at the end of the day, it won't do any good to you. You won't understand if this data analytics role is for you once you start building this real-time projects. So my suggestion would be, if you are in your third year or fourth year of college and you have completed these foundational and Python part of your journey, go and look for the websites that are available on Google, which provide real-time data sets, and on top of that data sets, you try to use this language Python and build the solutions out of it. So one of these websites that I know is Kaggle. So you can go there, pick up the data sets, do some hands-on practice, apply those exploratory functions. So projects are the one part which separates you from the other candidates who are also preparing for these roles, because there will always be a distinction between one person who has worked on data before and the one who has just appeared for an interview copying those projects. So I'll talk about projects a little bit more moving forward. After that, the last part that I want to discuss in this slide is interview preparation. So once you are ready with everything, like your technical skills, your projects, then comes the interview round. And I hope that everyone who has joined this session today, or who are appearing for this summer analytics course, have that one thing in mind, that they want a summer internship or maybe a full-time job in the analytics field. So after you have done your part, then comes the interview rounds of various companies which hire for these roles. But interview preparation, interview prep, as well as the uh, real interviews are quite different from the preparation that you have already done on the technical part, because it not just involves you to have technical skills, but it also wants you to have functional skills like how do you approach those guesstimates, how do you solve case studies. Not so knowing technical skills is not enough to crack interview as a data analyst. You should also know how to pick up a use case, think upon it, build a structural approach, and then how do you present it in front of an interviewer. So as I was saying that communication skills is important. When you'll appear for the interview, that's when you realize how good your communication skills should be, and how much it matters for the interviewer that you are not only good in technical skills, but you are also good in your communication skills. One thing that I like to mention here is that by communication skills, I don't mean you should have a good hold on English. English is not just about communication skills. Your communication skills involves your approach, your body language, and how calm and confident you are in the interview when you're thrown upon with a question which you have never approached before. So it's important that you prepare so much in the background before these interview rounds for questions like guesstimates and case studies, that it appears like a cakewalk when you actually approach it in the interview. So when the Q&A rounds will begin, let remind me that I need to tell you what are the remind me to tell you how to prepare for these case studies and guesstimates. Moving forward, I also know that there's a big question that goes up in every student's mind when they appear for an interview, is that how do I differentiate myself from my friends who are appearing for the same round? Like, we have the same technical skills, we have appeared for the same competitions, and we have almost built the same kind of projects from Google. So how am I different? How am I an extraordinary candidate from my peers? So uh, right now, if you want to stand out, it's not quite difficult to do so. Why? Let me tell you. There are so many projects available that you might have already built, or you might also see online, which are how to build a sales dashboard, how to do customer feedback analysis, or how to build a marketing campaign. So all these projects need tools like SQL and Python to build, and it's kind of like very easy to build, but it gives you an overview of what kind of work you will do in the future. So these are good examples of projects that are available and you can also include in your resume. But if you want to stand out, there are so many, I would say, developments going on in the AI and agentic area as of now, that it's not a big deal to stand out from the crowd. So I'll take small examples that will help you to understand what I'm talking about. Let's take the first example, sales dashboard. You will build a project where where you will show what data crunching you have done. You will show what kind of dashboards you have built. But everyone would have done that. It's not something big of a deal. But if you want to stand out, you can add a chat GPT summary box there, saying that uh, uh, these are the kind of things that I have done in this project. If you want to understand a particular topic, type this. If you want to understand what are the numbers specific to this month, then type this. and it would be very user friendly, and it would be very easier for the non-technical person to understand what you have done there without you even explaining. And you can just do it by integrating open AI's API in your project, which is not very tough. So everything that I have included here, I have kept that in mind that you guys are a beginner, and most of the time, if you are appearing for data analytics role, you don't want to go much technical into the. You won't you won't want to go much technically deeper. So these are just surface level examples that I have included to give you an overview of what you can do differently to stand out. Like in the second example, if you are building customer feedback analysis by consuming all the survey reviews, then in your project you can also add a sentiment summary saying that people liked this, but people did not like etc etc. So right now, if you want to do a few things differently, then integrate AI, and this is being done without the help of any code. There are so many no code and low code platforms that are available right now, which only allows you to do these things without going much into the technical side of it. So moving forward, what else do you need along with this technical skills? If you want to appear for an interview, if you are looking for a job, once everything else is done, how do you approach? How do you show your approach in an interview? Let's see. Before that, I'll just confirm I am being audible and everything's perfectly fine, right, Abhi?
Yes, everything's fine.
Okay, cool. So, apart from your technical skills, what else do you need? Right now, we have covered the foundational skills that you need. What amount of Python do you need to learn, and where it has been used? So, lastly, we have also discussed what are the kind of projects that are actually available you can build, and on top of it, how you can use AI to enhance it or tweak it a little bit. Even after doing a lot of these things, there will be a few points where you will feel that I'm not prepared as much as I have to. So, to prevent you from those low potholes, I would like to mention these four things that you should actually try to learn in your data analytics journey. One is proactive approach to problem solving. When you'll start learning these data analytics skills, make sure every day when you pick up learning SQL, when you write functions in Python, you also take out some amount of time to practice guesstimates and case studies as well, because because there are around 3 to 4 rounds that appear when you apply for data analytics role. And first one is the aptitude round, second one is the technical round, third one is the case studies round, fourth one is the HR and behavioral round. So you see, out of these four steps, only one is the technical one where they will crunch you based on SQL, Excel, Python. But the other three rounds are only about problem solving. Aptitude round, you need to practice as much aptitude questions as possible. The third round, which is about case studies, you need to know what are the kind of case studies that are being asked in interviews. There are a few frameworks based on which you can solve puzzles and guesstimates. So it won't happen overnight. You need to sit with it just like you enhance your technical skills and try to improve your problem solving based on that. Second comes is that average communication skills. So I think we have already talked about that. Third comes is curiosity and adaptability. Uh, See, there are few soft skills that your college, your seniors will ask you to include in your resume. And out of many of those soft skills, there would be curiosity and adaptability. But have you ever thought why do they insist you to include these soft skills? So let me tell you, if you are a curious person, you will never feel exhausted when you will be given with a lot of data. Whenever you are given with new use cases to work upon the same data, and even if even there will be some times when you will not be able to make sense out of anything that is present in front of you, and you will feel frustrated, like it has been so like there has been so many information in front of you, still you are not able to make anything out of it. So that's where your sense of curiosity comes in, that how much you are able to sit with that data, how much you are willing to make sense out of it, even when you are not able to see a starting point. The second one comes as adaptability. This adaptability is necessary because every day you will come up with a new challenge, and when you come up with this challenge, you will be expected to adapt as soon as possible. You won't be given much time thinking that, oh, this person has never worked on this before, so let's slow down a little bit. It doesn't work like that. You need to adapt the pace. You need to understand the you need to understand the functionalities, maybe the use cases as soon as possible, and then you need to present it in front of the stakeholders that, yeah, I have learned this. I now understand what is happening on the back end. So here's what I have done to solve this particular use case. So that's why whenever you will be asked to put these two soft skills in your resume, you need to understand why are they trying to why they are insisting you to put these, and what's the actual outcome of it. The last one is business storytelling with data. So let me say you are being presented with a use case, you actually solved it. Now the problem that you have solved was not just for you. You are not the only person who is present on the team. You have a large team, and there's also business team, marketing team, product team, who are very less technical than you are. So if you want to present these outcomes, these data, these numbers in front of those non-technical stakeholders, then how would you do it? You cannot just say like these are the numbers that I have mm, created out of the data. These are the outcomes that I think will solve this problem, because they won't be able to understand the gist of it, and they would not and they would not able to understand what's the kind of work that you have did on the back end. So it's very important to present your data and your outcome in a way which is understandable to the non-technical people who are present on your team. So that's where business storytelling comes in, where you prepare a document in very simple language with dashboards and pie charts, bar charts, to make them understand about what's going on in the backend and how they can make sense of it. So I think apart from the technical skills, we are also clear why do you need to be good on the soft skills part, and where you will be benefited from your soft skills, not only in the interview, but also when you start working as an intern or a full-time employee. So moving forward, we are at the end of this PPT, where I'll give you a brief about what you will get from this summer analytics program by IIT Guwahati. I think that whoever are present in this program are either in their third year of college or maybe fourth year of college. And as I mentioned before, you might be looking for internships, you might be looking for jobs, or you might even just getting started to know more about analytics if you are in first or second year of your engineering college. So with the help of this program, you will not only learn the technical skills that are required, but it will also help you to go deeper into it with the help of video lectures and the hands-on assignments that you'll get. So remember, I mentioned before that it's not just enough to copy and paste the projects that are available online. So that's where this program becomes quite important for you if you are at the verge of completing your college, because you need to stand out by doing some assignments which are based on the real life scenarios, and which are being presented by these groups, because they already have a lot of understanding about the current market, and what are the kind of questions that are what are the kind of projects that are being looked up by the interviewers these days. So they keep researching on the same. Their main role is to look into the consulting and analytics area only. So if you are applying for this course, if you are enrolling for this course, you need to understand that what you will be getting out of it will not just be in demand skills, but also the hands on, which will make you understand whether you are suitable for data analytics field or not. So whatever, so I'll mention what are the kind of skills that you'll learn. You will learn Python, data science, and ML. And it doesn't matter if you don't have a prior understanding to it or not. It will begin from very scratch, and they'll take you to the in-depth understanding of these skills. And so it doesn't matter if you are just starting out or if you are even pro into this. Apart from that, you will also have mentorship from experienced guides. So you will have mentorship sessions from time to time, along with the regular lectures that would be going on. Now, moving to the course structure part, you will have it will be divided into 5 weeks plus 1 week, where in the first 5 weeks you will get into video lectures, assignments, and mentorship sessions, and the last 1 week will be based on the capstone projects, where you will get to work on the real world data. Apart from that, you will also have the open hackathons, where you can compete with people and get to understand your competitions from in and around engineering college. Apart from that, you will have expert sessions, as mentioned, and there will also be community engagement opportunities. So there's so much to get out of this program, which is absolutely free. And if you're really interested, and if you're really enthusiastic about becoming a data analyst in future, you should definitely move forward with it, because apart from learning and doing hands-on, you will also get a certificate of completion at the end, which you can include in your resume, and you can actually talk more about in your interview, saying what you have done, what you have learned, and how it has enhanced your learning about the analytics program. So yeah, this so we have come to an end of this session from my end. I would like to thank you for being such a lovely audience. And now I'll just open the floor for you guys to ask any questions that you have related to data analytics projects or interview rounds. And before you start, I'll just like to mention one thing, that I have experience in data analytics and like AI agentic area, not in the ML side. So I would love if you keep these questions to data analytics only. But if there are any queries related to interview rounds as well, I'd be happy to answer. But let's put your questions in chat so that it would be easier for me to answer one by one.
Yeah, also, yeah. Can we allow them to raise hands and then unmute one by one, if possible?
Sure, that would also work.
And also
Okay.
there are some questions in the Q&A section in the Teams.
Okay, let me check.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sudeep, you can ask your doubt.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, Sudeep, you are audible.
I just wanted to ask, what is your day-to-day like as a marketing data analyst, and what skills do you use on a day-to-day basis, and what kind of problems do you solve?
So my role as a marketing data analyst involves working me in a customer data platform. So we don't particularly work on a specific data analytics tool. We work on a marketing data tool, which is Adobe Experience Platforms or Salesforce Data Cloud, where we bring in a lot of data from various sources. We unify it. Then clean the data. And after that, we try to segment it based on the use cases, and we send these data to the downstream systems for the marketing team to send the campaigns to the users. So it mostly involves around working on a client use case, because there are so many, because for the client there could be various sources from where their data is coming in. Like it could be their offline store, it could be their online website, and there might be third party data also that they have bought. So if I want to enrich those data, I need to first bring it into a platform. I then clean it, combine it, and after that, I actually work on it to see how can I segment these users, and then send these data for marketing team to actually target them. So a small example for you to understand would be, you might have seen that most of the times, if you want to do online shopping, then you'd go if you go to Amazon, you signed up in your laptop. Then on a lazy Sunday, if you want to just shop from your mobile phone, you signed up again, but from a different email address. But at the end of the day, if I am a data analyst at Amazon, I want to understand if you are a same person or not, so that if I want to target you entirely, I can do it based on your preferences that you have showed in your desktop version as well as mobile version. So that's the kind of work that I do on a day-to-day basis.
Thank you very
Okay.
much. Next, Harsh, you can unmute and ask.
Uh, Ma'am, I have a question about this course structure for this summer analytics, ma'am. Ma'am, in this, they have been given an assignment in this 5 weeks. So what we have to do basically in assignments?
So
That we can answer. You can ask in chat. Keep questions related to field and data analytics right now.
Can you please repeat, sir? I'm not able to hear.
Yeah, ask in chat. I will answer that. Yeah.
Okay, sir. And one more. Okay, sir. I will answer my doubts in chat, sir.
Okay. Yeah, please ask doubts related to career in data analytics or anything you did not understand in today's PPT.
Jacob, you can go next.
Yeah, Parizat, you can ask.
In the
Good
meanwhile,
morning, ma'am.
hey, good morning.
I wanted to ask that in the roadmap to data analyst 2025 slide, we had basic statistics in the foundations part of the slide. Like, how do we prepare for that? And what's the
So
importance of having basic statistics?
sure. So basics, there are a few websites which are available where you can just go through the basic concepts related to statistics. You don't have to go much deeper into it. As far as I remember, there are a few topics like mean, median, mode, normal distributions. Uh, so normal distribution, hypothesis, uh, rules. So these are the kind of topics that you need to understand in statistics. Just see how these concepts are being applied into the data sets that you are working on. So why these statistics knowledge is necessary is that you will be building a few functions and queries. You will, and as you will be working on a few use cases, you will understand that sometimes it's required to know what a large group of people is doing, so that based on that you can come to a specific decision that since this has been done by a large group of audience, we can remove the other aspects of the data and can only focus on a particular column which has been present. And even during the data cleaning, when a few columns are null, you can just fill it with the average value that is present in that column, to just remove those null values from your data so that it is homogeneous. So at these touch points you need statistics in your day-to-day life as a data analyst. And you don't, as I said, you don't have to go deeper into that. A basic understanding of the algebraic functions and normal distributions would do.
Right, thank you so much, ma'am. And also, you were going to tell us about case studies and guesstimates and how to juggle them with aptitude for the preparation.
Yeah. So once you, I just hope that you, every one of you, those who are present in this session, have already enrolled for this summer analytics program by IIT Guwahati. If not, I would insist you to go and sign up for that, because uh, if you will see that they will cover most of the technical parts that is required for your interview prep and for you to crack the interview. Apart from that, then will come your aptitude preparation, your case studies round preparation. For the aptitude one, there I remember there's one website called India Bix, where I used to practice aptitude, and there are a few MBA books from where you can, like, if you have time and if you want to go, like if you want to do more practice on the aptitude questions, then you can also refer to those books which MBA people refer to. For aptitude round, that would be enough, but you need to understand that when that just knowing concepts is not enough for aptitude, you need to practice daily, at least for an hour, to and that too in a time bound environment, because you will only get around 1 hour for 3-4 sections of the aptitude to approach in the aptitude round. So keep your environment time bound, practice daily for around 1 month, and you will be good to go for the aptitude round. Second, for the case studies and guesstimates, there are so many consulting case books which are available from IIMs and even from Analytics Club of Engineering colleges, which you can refer to. And what I would suggest is that make a group of 3 to 4 people in your college and try to approach and try to practice these case studies and guesstimates on a daily basis, so that it will help you to understand, it will help you to, like, mimic a clear interview round, and you will be able to approach it in a better way. You can, as I mentioned, you can practice these guesstimates and the case studies from these IM case books or consulting clubs case books. And no matter how difficult you find it at the beginning, you will get a hang of it once you practice it for 10 to 15 days. It's not that big of a deal, but if you start preparing for it, look for the frameworks, look for how they are approaching it, try to practice as many guesstimates as possible, try to see how in those case books those people are approaching for the profit and loss questions, how they are solving the acquisition problems. So there are various topics and frameworks like that, which follows a specific framework. And if you learn that, you will be good to go.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome.
There is one very common question people are asking in chat. What level of mathematics do they need for data analytics role, and how do they learn that?
Okay, so when I want you to understand this thing first. When we talk about data, it's not mostly numbers, it's numbers, but there will be so much of, I would say, functional data as well present to you, that you would also try to understand that every time you are not just asked to do some mathematical computation on your data. It will also, there are so many use cases that you will be presented in front of you, that it will become very easier for you to attempt when you like start working on it. As you are in college now, you would think that what amount of maths do I need, what amount of statistics do I need, but I want you to understand that there's not any limit to what you can know about maths or statistics when you become a data analyst. It's always very open ended. You might join a company where you are working on a very normal use case and you don't have to perform mathematical computations there. And on the other case, you might join a company which require you to write so many heavy queries to understand the average of the users, to uh, m- to maybe understand the functionalities going on for the last 30 days. So it's mostly on the kind of work that you'll be doing in the future. But right now, if you are in college and if you want to prepare for the interviews, then basic mathematics like, as I mentioned before, mean, median, mode, normal distributions, hypothesis, that would be more than enough for you to crack these interviews.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, Jacob, you can speak.
Hello, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I'm able to hear you.
I just wanted to know how relevant this course would be for someone you know targeting a chemical engineering profile, a core engineering profile.
So,
Will this be like helpful for them?
So, like in the future, are you trying to sit just for the chemical engineering companies or also for data analytics companies?
Chemical engineering companies.
Okay. So, like I am also from chemical engineering background, so I have appeared for a few interviews in the chemical engineering background as well. So, I don't think uh, appearing for data analytics courses would be that amount of beneficial in the chemical area. But I would suggest that if you want to have a backup in the data analytics background, apart from your chemical engineering one, then you can definitely appear for it. But if you have made up your mind that I want to move forward in the chemical engineering field only, then I don't think this would make much sense for you. Instead, you can learn tools like MATLAB, ANSYS, so that this would anyways help you in your chemical engineering domain only.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Yes,
Next,
Ayush, you can go
Rituraj.
next.
Yeah. Rituraj, you can unmute yourself. We move on to Ayush then. Ayush, you can ask for.
Hi, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to know what's that one piece of advice you would give your younger self when you were just starting out in data analytics?
Okay, so that one piece of advice would be to not get overwhelmed with all the tools and all the functionalities that I used to be a very heavy when I was in college. So when I was starting out, I didn't know that it's not that difficult to break into data analytics. There's always that cloud in my mind that I need to put up a very like I need to be very much into the aptitude practice or the case studies round or the technical part. So if I would if I would know what kind of work was being done in the future and how it's more important to look from the interview side rather than just the preparation side, then I would be much calmer and structured in my approach. So that's why in today's session I have chosen this one topic where I wanted to let you guys understand that it's quite simple if you want to crack data analytics role, but start with the foundation, pick up the uh, more advanced topics like Python, then go into the functional part, and then you are ready to appear for the interview. So follow these steps in a structured manner. Don't feel overwhelmed, and you will be you will be in a very good shape in the next I would say 2 to 3 months to appear for these job roles.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Ma'am, another very common question in chat, what all are the GPA and other criteria if anyone wants to target for an internship and placement in this field?
Okay, so the GPA criteria didn't used to matter as much in these roles, but it's always good that you have a GPA of 7 or more than 7.5. Uh, Apart from that, I also remember that in people in my batch had a GPA in the range of 6 to 7, also got placed in these data analytics company. So I don't think GPA is that much of a question when you appear for these roles, but I'd still suggest if you have some time and if you have the bandwidth to improve your GPA, please do it.
One more common question that everybody is asking is that do we require, do people require DSA for data analysis preparation?
Oh, sorry, I missed that. I was just going through the chat. What?
Yeah. So one more question that everybody is asking is that is data structures and algorithms necessary for data analysis interview prep?
As I mentioned, data analytics don't require any background in coding or data structures. But if along with data analytics, you're targeting for data scientist, ML engineer roles, then for those roles, having a basic understanding of data structures is good to have. But again, I'm reiterating, it's not at all important for data analytics or business analytics roles.
Sharanpreet and Aya, you can ask about one, whoever can.
So my question is, how difficult is it for a person from a non-technical background, specifically science, in getting a position in data analytics and data science field? and what can we do to stand a good chance among others?
Okay. So, see, when I appeared for this role, so I also didn't have any kind of analytics background before or computer science background before. I was from chemical engineering background only. So I know that this would be a very intimidating question that one can have in their mind, that I'm not from computer science background, I'm not from information technology background, then how would I make the interviewer, like how would I gain the interviewer's confidence that I would be suitable for these kind of roles? So my approach make was to first gain those skills, the skills that I mentioned, learn SQL, learn Python, because the kind of world that we are living in right now, the interviewer's mindset has changed and evolved a lot. They look for people who can get things done, who have the required skill sets for the job role, and there are very few roles who actually care about from where you are coming, like whether you are coming from technical background or not. So start with learning these skills, apply them in real-time projects, and start applying with confidence. It's very important that once you learn those skills and make those projects, you rigorously apply for these roles, because if you'll apply for around 50 to 100 roles, then you will get a call from around 10 to 15 companies, and after that also, from those 10 to 15 companies, you'll be able to crack 1 to 2 roles from there. So it's important that you also have faith in your skills, you have projects to showcase, and then you actively look for the opportunities in this domain.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Ma'am, my question is that, like, for tier 3 colleges and non-BTech colleges, like I'm doing BCA, so how much important is technical and all the aspects to get into the interview? Because for resume shortlisting, they will be need some kind of experience or projects. So how do we qualify to even sit into the interview?
Mm, like it's a pretty clear process that you need to learn those skills. You apply them in projects, then you build a resume stating that I have learned these skills, these are the projects in which I have applied, which will showcase that now you have a background in data analytics. Right now, if you are in college, they won't even expect you to have any background, like any current experience or background. They just want to see how eagerly you have learned those skills. Are your basic concepts clear or not? And have you tried to apply those skills in 1 or 2 projects? So these will be the kind of things that they will be looking into. And if you have done these things, then you won't face any kind of issues in applying for the companies that are coming in your college.
Ma'am, I'm basically asking, does that BTech or BCA matters? Does that degree matter for this role?
uh, as I answered before, that degree, it also depends on the people, the kind of people that they are looking for. There might be a few job descriptions that says that will only hire from BTech or engineering colleges, and there might be a few roles which would be open to all the people from various backgrounds to apply. So it depends from job to job. But as I said, your degree should not restrict you from applying to a job if you have the required skill sets.
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Ma'am, in your college life, when you started your data analytics preparation, and one more thing, like in your final resume, what different kind of projects you have included in college life?
Like in my time, I included projects at the intersection of SQL and Python, and one was entirely based on Python and Tableau. So I tried to use a combination of skills that I learned so that it would be visible in my resume that I know these kind of skills and I could use them, like I could combine those skills uh, with one another to build a project. And it also showcases that whatever I have learned, I can not only apply that in one platform, but also using multiple platforms.
Ma'am, when you started your data analytics journey in your college life?
I started it very late actually. I started it at the end of my third year because till then I was not that clear which field I need to go into. Like I was not that clear that I'd sit for chemical engineering placements or for data analytics one. So I started a bit late, and that's why I would say that it's not that tough to crack it, but the competition is still huge. And if you will follow a structured approach, it would you will not feel intimidating at all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. I will just take 2 to 3 questions more for the next 3 minutes, and then we can wrap this up.
Yeah, sure.
So, who would go next? Swamijyoti, you can go next.
Hi. So I am actually asking, first of all, what shall I do to improve my communication skill? And beside communication skills, what are the other soft skills shall I highlight?
Okay. So, if you want to improve your communication skills, I would suggest you to make a small group in your college and start preparing for those guesstimates and case studies round in an actual interview environment. So, like these would be mock interview kind of things where you will act as an interviewer and your other friend will give the interview and you can just exchange it next time. So why I'm saying is that when you are put up in an interview type of environment, you are pushed to you face that kind of pressure, and then you are able to think what are the kind of skills that you need to improve and where you are already working fine. So if you will practice this with your friends in an actual interview environment, you will be able to improve your communication skills. And like if you don't have a group like this, or you would not be comfortable with a group, then you can do one thing is that you can just sit with your laptop's camera open and you can start practicing normal HR questions or normal guesstimates, just opening your camera and speaking in front of it, because in that way only you will be able to uh, learn how to speak. It's very important that whatever solution that you are thinking in your mind, you are able to communicate that to the interviewer. So I would suggest that either do it alone with by sitting in front of the camera and talking and saying and practicing those normal interview questions, or do it with a group.
Okay, I got your point. Another question is that come from statistics background, and I have already done project on regression and sciences analysis. So I actually now thinking about doing a project on classification. What are other projects shall I do to get better placement?
So what are the kind of roles that you want to appear for? Like, do you want to go for data analytics role? Do you want to go for statistics role and as an ML engineer? Whatever.
I am
What's
actually
your
interested in data analytics and data science, data
data
scientist.
science? I thought that. So, if you want to appear for data analytics also, I suggest these projects are absolutely fine, whatever you have built, and these would definitely help you in data scientist roles. But for data analytics role, try to build one project using SQL, Python, and Tableau, a mix of three, just in one project. That would be fine.
Okay. And any particular suggestion to crack interview? What type of questions shall the interview ask from projects? Can you guide me?
Mm, from it's like you would have a basic or in-depth understanding of what you have done in the project. So um, it's from the project, the interviewer first asks you to help him go through the entire project. Then he will put you in a situation where he will ask base he will ask about the concepts from your projects, like if you have used a particular function in Panda. He will ask why you have used that. Why can't you have used another function in the same place to solve this problem? So there would be direct and counter questions that the interviewer will ask from projects to understand your understanding about the various languages and various tools that you have used in your projects. And apart from that, I think you would be able to answer these questions because first you have made that project all by yourself. Second, you already have the understanding of these languages. So whatever questions that the interviewer puts up in front of you, that's mostly related to the project or related to the concepts that you have used in the project.
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
Cool.
Okay,
So
thank you so much, Aditi, for that insightful session. From walking us through your from walking through your journey in this field. I am sure everyone is even more excited now about entering into the field of data analytics. So, to all our participants, this was just the beginning. Summer Analytics 2025 will officially start from tomorrow, where you will learn Python, data manipulation, and machine learning right from scratch. And you will compete in hackathons as well as you will have to submit assignments. And you will most importantly build all these skills to go into the field of data analytics. So, thank you, Aditi, again once more, and to all the participants for joining in. Let's make
thank you,
this summer
Abhi.
count.
Thank you, everyone. And if you still have any other questions that I couldn't have answered in this session, do connect with me on LinkedIn and I'll see if I'll be able to connect with you guys and answer the queries there. And like, I'll just say one more thing, that do this course very diligently because it is a 6-week long course where you will not only just learn the technical skills, but also have a project to showcase. So be diligent and sincere in your 6 weeks journey, and I hope you all get the most out of it and be able to crack the data analytics role. Thank you, everyone. Once again, I'll put the LinkedIn URL in the chat. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am, for joining with us and taking such a valuable session.
No problem, Shiva. Thank you so much. Bye.